The Tangent 8 podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent 8 podcast. I'm Seth, and as always with me are Swoosh and John Doe.
Hello!
Hi.
And first up, we're going to talk about something that it's been around for a little while, but I only recently found out about it, and it's kind of slightly terrifying. It's the next evolution of the AIs taking over thing. And it's an AI engine that is rendering only frames. It has no game engine, no game logic, anything running behind it, and can replicate Doom.
So it's generating the next potential frame just based on what's happened in the previous ones and what the inputs are and previous experience, because they basically just put a bunch of playthroughs of Doom into it.
They have fed it plenty of data for it to learn on, but it's got no AI scripts, it's got no collision detection, it's got nothing. It's literally just rendering frames, and based on what it thinks the next frame should look like, based on what's in the frame, what's going on, what interactions have happened. It's deciding how the inventory works, everything to do with the toolbar. It's guessing all of it. There is no game engine here.
Yeah.
And it can make a functional copy of Doom happen.
All I'm reading out of this is now we have a base time for Time to Doom. Now speedrunners.
Pretty much.
Can it run Doom? Yes. Yes, it can.
Well, now all it has to do is be able to show frames and it can run Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But this is kind of I know it's like, oh, hey, some silly program that's running Doom. Doom runs on everything. It's a fucking joke at this point. Yeah, but this is a AI engine recreating a video game with no game engine or logic running underneath.
Yeah. Just with, previous input kind of stuff. There's no game running for it to, copy from. It's I've seen all of this before. Maybe this will happen.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is, because this happened, about a week or so ago now.
It was actually a while ago this actually got done. I only recently found out about it, though.
Yeah. But there's been a lot of buzz on it online. And people just being like, yeah, this is going to be fucking great. Other sides going this is bad. It split the thing again. Which AI always fucking does, let's be honest. My favorite were a bunch of, game devs panicking in the background.
Why wouldn't you? If you spent, multiple months / years working on a game and someone can just feed it into their AI program and recreate it.
Pretty much. I think this creation is the only way that big companies will ever consider putting litigation in the way of AI.
Yeah.
Because this will get in the way of their profits. It's it's been 3 months since this game came out. This AI generation could probably run it now. And plug it all in.
That's the thing. It doesn't need extra software or anything to run it. It's not has it worked long enough. You just need to feed enough training data and it'll get it. We live in the age where when a game comes out, hundreds of people stream it on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
Though
all you have to do is feed all of that information into the AI program, and then it can spit the game out.
Yeah.
I do fear that this is Ubisoft's next engine.
Yeah, that would not surprise me.
We're making a big assumption here that Ubisoft isn't going to die.
Yeah, they're not
They'll be
doing
just straight out purchased. Purchased for IPs and then discarded.
I mean,
it's going to be stripped for parts, guaranteed.
Probably.
Because that's been fun to watch.
Ubisoft is lashing out at other people.
I
know a lot of people have been quoting their non-decent humans thing, but it's a little out of context. It's not supremely, but it's not like them just calling everyone non-decent humans. They're mostly talking they're talking more about that vocal crowd that really sort of like death threats fucking people.
Yeah, the cunts, the ones that no one likes.
Yeah.
So
the
I'm
people
not
who really
defending
shouldn't
them on
have that level of voice.
Yeah.
not defending them saying it, but it is a little more targeted people like really vocally tearing them down.
Mm.
I mean, I guess we could theoretically fit into that category, but we all know we're not people. We're definitely reptoids.
Absolutely. Squirrels and trench coats, all of this. But it's just, I don't like that they've come out basically going, no, it's not our fault. It's everyone else's fault. It's the gamers for expecting more from us. It's like, you have hundreds of like people on a single part of a game, like thousands of people on a game, and you can't even give us something worth doing.
Yeah.
It's
my favorite part of the thing.
The Skinner, am I out of touch? No, it's the children. That's
the children
all
who are
this is.
Yeah.
It really is, and it's kind of annoying, but one of my favorite parts is the guy just complaining. He's like, they're giving a solid experience isn't enough anymore. It's like, bullshit, you haven't given us a solid experience in fucking decades.
Yeah, I think we talked about this last week because they put that article out.
Yeah.
It's just like, guys, and it's just continuing. I'm pretty sure we're going to real time watch one of the biggest game studios die.
Which, as much as I hate the fact that we put a lot of people out of work and release a bunch of people into the industry to fend for themselves, it kind of needs to happen. It needs one of the Untouchables to be shut down.
I don't think Ubisoft has been untouchable for a long time.
Well, one of the groups who perceive themselves to have been untouchable.
That's fair.
Like, they're like, no, you can't take us down. We're too big to fail. And to then see them just fall over from basically 3 games.
Yeah.
3 games in succession.
Skull and Bones, Avatar, and Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
When that next Assassin's Creed drops, if it isn't like gold out the gate, that will be the nail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's waiting for.
They haven't shown any content for the game that makes anyone believe that it's gonna.
Yeah. I do like that everyone's just watching this game now. It's like, all right, this is your last chance. Impress us. And they're going to fumble it.
Unfortunately, I think there's also going to be a kick-on problem where everyone's going to be looking for the flaws in their next game.
Course.
Absolutely.
They're not going to get a shake of the sauce bottle because everyone's like, all right, where's the bullshit in this thing? We want to know what it is.
I don't think they've earned the fair shake of the sauce bowl anymore. They've had far too long to fix these issues with people complaining.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, even if Shadow, I think is the next one.
Yeah.
Even if it's actually not a bad game, people are going to be looking for the bad stuff. They're not going to run into the bad stuff and be like, hey, look, see, they didn't fix it. They're going to actively go out of their way to find bad stuff because they want to shit on Ubisoft right now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this to defend Shadow. I'm a firm believer it's not going to be good.
Yeah. And things that maybe average are going to be perceived as shit.
Yes.
Anything that isn't bright and shiny is going to be perceived as absolute trash.
They have a negative modifier right now. They have to fight uphill.
That's generally why I'm kind of skeptical about the title because they a while ago they had that what was it at I think it was at Summer Games Fest. They had that 15 minutes of game footage.
Oh yeah.
And the content with the samurai looked okay, not groundbreaking, but perfectly serviceable. He gets into a couple of fights, yada yada yada, standard third-person combat stuff.
Yeah.
And then when they did the assassin, it was like, oh, your stealth looks like crap. I'm a big fan of stealth games, so it's like, ooh. But I am also looking at it expecting even average to be bad. Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of fulfilling exactly what you're saying.
How can their stealth mechanics suck when the Assassin's Creed franchise is built on stealth? What did you guys do?
But they should have had such a pedigree, the Splinter Cell games. They could have done this so well. But no. You can see where the old good blood has gone, and what's left just can't cut it.
Well, because the Assassin's Creed games have stopped being stealth games and become action combat games.
Yeah.
To open up to a broader audience. No, the audience will find you. It's fine.
Well, the audience found them off Assassin's Creed 1.
Yeah.
The game was amazing. It absolutely blew everyone out of the water when it came out.
Do you remember in I think it might have been the second Assassin's Creed game where they copped flack for losing the historical accuracy for putting a crossbow on their back. And it was you lost the other, and they changed it back. And then immediately just went, well, let's throw this out the fucking window.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's terrifying to see happen, but also it's been coming for a while.
Yeah, it really has. Ubisoft is just they're not known for quality products anymore.
Yeah, which
They're
is a shame.
known for
'Cause they used to be.
over bloated, buggy lumps of shit.
Like,
Yeah.
some of the stuff that we more or less grew up on playing. We've watched this company go from being like, yeah, this is a cool guy, this, decent kid on the block, is aged and become a drug addict and just fall into horrible things. It's like, what happened, man? Like, it was so gradual. We didn't notice it until now. Like, you're living in your own filth. What happened?
Yeah. And, like, they had little shots in the arm where they kind of brought it back. Like, I'm still a big fan of Assassin's Creed Origins. I know it was the first in the new style, which a lot of people, including myself, are now like, oh, that was a bad call.
Yeah. But Origins was a great game with a great setting.
Big palate cleanser after Syndicate, which was just one more of the same thing.
Yeah.
So it was great. I really enjoyed that. And then they were like, oh, this new style people like. Cool, we're going to do nothing. We're just going to keep pumping out things with this exact formula again. They're pumping out at the exact same with the same formula was the fucking problem.
Yeah. They didn't learn the lesson that they should have. Everyone thought, right, it's going to be awesome. They got to change it up. We're going to get something different. But no, they just learned the wrong lesson and they just started cookie cutting again.
Yeah.
Just different cookies.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, the fact that, like, every Ubisoft game, even Frontiers of Pandora, has now climb up this thing and we'll reveal your map to you. Guys, we're all over climbing a fucking radio tower, tree, or building to reveal the goddamn map.
It's like, we get it. Parkour. That's awesome. Stop it. We want something better. Just give us a map. I don't care.
The fact that it's in everything, though, like, whether it fits or not, they will shoehorn in some way to make you ascend really high, and then that will be how you find everything. And I get the idea. You can look around and see everything.
Yeah.
But, like, guys, come on. There's got to be other ways you can fill in a map other than that. Like, do it sometimes, sure.
Yeah.
But shoehorning it in for the entire map doesn't feel as natural as I think you think it does.
Yeah.
Or at least, like, give me different ways of getting that information. Like, not just climb or do a puzzle. Like, just kill a guy, take his PDA. Like, I know things. But
yeah. Killing some enemies and give it to you. Raiding a base. Like, they keep, like, putting, like, little bases and stuff around.
Yeah.
How about if I raid the base, I can find intel on what's going on in the area? Yeah. And I get a fun combat encounter that you can tailor, and I get the information that way. It would be more engaging than climbing the latest tower for the millionth goddamn time with
I don't know,
function.
a chunk of the map where I actually have to explore.
Yeah.
No way. They have to put all the icons on the map, otherwise you won't know where the fun is.
Right, like, just have it so once you've gone through, like, certain amount of missions in that area, it's like, right, cool, you've hit enough milestones. Fuck yeah, you've been around this place enough. And just like, alright, cool.
Yeah, that could work too, based on some level of completion. Or just, I don't know, go back to the old way where the map was empty until you walked into the area and then you, I don't know, filled it in.
Yeah, you got pings of things that might be close, or you hear about something from a scripted conversation in a bar that you walk past. And, oh, we found a thing over here by the tree. Like,
fucking yeah,
something.
I always loved that for the Mass Effect games when they first came out, because like walking past some guy at the Citadel and he's like talking about some weird fish that he lost, and it's like a quest alert pops. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll get that fish. Go and find this thing, and eventually turn back up to this guy. And how confusing would it be for that fucking character? It's like, hi, I got your fish. Like, how'd you know my fish was even missing? Like, I overheard you 3 weeks ago.
I'm eavesdropping.
Particularly,
I'm dropping all the
Mass
eaves.
Effect 1.
Yeah.
Because, like, at least in Mass Effect 1, some random person had the thing and found out I wanted it. Anything past Mass Effect 1, wait a minute, wait, are you telling me, like, the Spectre, Shepard, savior of the fucking galaxy, went and got my fish for me?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the kind of thing where you walk up, hand in the fish, and go, no one will believe you, and walk away.
Pretty much.
I will watch the universe burn, but you have your fish.
Sci-Fi Jesus just gave me my fish back. Like, no, he didn't. Fuck off. Oh, God.
But yeah, Ubisoft, they're not doing good. I mean, they've got more lawsuits coming their way because apparently they shared some of their information with Meta on users.
Yeah. The user data.
Yeah. It's just, God damn it, guys. Like, you don't need more crap going on right now. Your company's
Exactly.
not doing well.
If you're getting this much flack, you cease all shady business for a while, guys. I know it's going to cut into your profits, but just
but at this point, who is actually going to buy that next Ubisoft game that isn't going to shit on it?
Yeah, like that's the thing.
Yeah. So they have no good press at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm pretty sure when Shadow comes out, there's going to be a bunch of bad press just because people are looking for the bad.
Yeah,
even
I'm
if
pretty
it's
sure
good. I don't
this is
expect
going to be
it
one of the
be.
most pirated games for a while. Like, people aren't going to want to pay for it. Like,
Although
anyone
they
wants
have-
to shit on it, they ain't going to feed the money.
I mean, I just got all the notifications because, like, you know, Steam's news feed gives you notifications based on stuff you already own.
Yeah.
And, like, I have a couple of news things in there because I own some Assassin's Creed games on Steam from back in the day. At which point Ubisoft is like, we're coming back to Steam! And...
Which point?
Again, you learned a lesson too fucking late, and it's still too fucking little.
Oh, God. It's fun to watch it burn, but I feel bad for everyone involved.
Look, all the animators and programmers and designers, I feel massively sorry for them that this is happening.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if they're getting any heat for this, that's some bullshit. You're not the ones who deserve that.
Yeah, because, like, as much as I hate these games, I can't play them anymore, they do look very pretty.
Yeah.
Like, I will give them that. Like, the animators, good work, you. Like, it's very pretty to climb up this tower, but I'm sick of the mechanic.
I mean, there is a chance I'll buy Shadow. I'm not going to say there isn't, because I might. Depends what's coming out around the time it comes out. If there's nothing, then maybe.
Yeah, I'm just going to watch and see if it's actually worth it, because they're not going to get week one sales out of this thing.
Oh, no, it's going to be bad.
Everyone's going to wait for a streamer to pick it up.
They're going to wait for people to tell them if it's any good.
I'm wondering, like, with all of this, like, Bethesda's got to be shitting themselves. Like, for what they're copying from fucking the Starfield DLC and the reception from their games, they've really got to be fucking looking at themselves.
I wonder if they chose the release date for Starfield's DLC because it was originally very close to Shadow dropping.
Yeah, that would.
Oh, our DLC sucks, overshadowed by the Ubisoft disaster.
Yeah.
Oh no, they moved the date that Shadow's coming out. Crap, there's nothing to hide the shitty product we made.
Oh,
Yeah, like,
goddamn! Like that was a bad game. And is that DLC still like $40?
it's still mostly negative. It is. It's still, like, they haven't dropped it at all. It's still the full
only
price
just
had it
came
listed
out.
at. Yeah.
Jesus.
If you want to try it, it's on Game Pass, I believe.
I actually re-downloaded.
I doubt it.
The
Usually
Outer Worlds
DLC
last
isn't
week.
included in Game Pass.
I thought it was because it was a major, like, content drop for it.
You know what? I have Game Pass installed. I can just go have a look.
I don't think it's covered because I recently re-downloaded the Outer Worlds because I always loved the style of it, and it's been a few updates, so it's not too bad to play. And it doesn't have the DLC included, so I'm actually considering buying those to have a look.
All right, no, you are correct. It does include Shattered Space. No, I was right. Sorry, my apologies. I was looking at the editions. You have to have the Platinum Edition, which is $135 with Game Pass to have that. The Standard Edition, which is the Game Pass one, does not contain the DLC.
I thought they did, because I also thought the DLC for Diablo 4 was included in it, but I don't believe it is now.
And I'm going to correct myself for the second time because their edition stuff doesn't give you all the fucking information. I just went down to the
It really
DLC.
doesn't.
I went down to DLC and it's like, there it is with Game Pass. But it actually says on the edition that is on Game Pass, it doesn't say the DLC's with it.
Yeah.
So is
Game
it
Pass
or
is
isn't
a
it?
great thing at times. Other times it's
Because
great.
right now there's the edition that's on Game Pass, and that says it doesn't, and right next to it is the premium edition with all the content. If you scroll down to the add-ons for this game, Shattered Space is on Game Pass, and that's $50 Australian if you're buying it.
So it is on Game Pass.
Yes.
Haha!
But, I mean, woo, you add 2 extra space
Yay!
stations to the empty space.
Yay.
Yeah, I don't know if the Diablo DLC is in there as well, but yeah.
I mean,
Diablo
I can
4
find out
they
for
actually
you.
fixed
I
up
think
quite
it's
a bit.
mentioned.
Diablo.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to scroll down to add-ons this time and not fuck about. I'm guessing it doesn't, because there's no add-on section for Diablo 4 on PC.
Because I think the new base version comes with it. You can't buy the base version now without it, I think.
Okay. I mean, there's nothing stating on here that it comes with the new expansion.
All good. I've got it anyway, because I've quite enjoyed Diablo 4. So if you want to have a look at it, have another go at it.
I mean,
it's actually not too bad.
I think I might give it a go. Yeah, just
At least the
I
base
actually got
game
that.
is on Game Pass.
Yes, it is.
I mean, even if the new content's good, it's just like, it feels like someone's just trying to put cherries on a shit sundae and tell me it's good now.
Yeah.
But what
I
if
mean,
you
like,
really want a shit sundae?
The
These are like
plotline
corn
was-
kernels.
Plotline was asinine. I mean, apparently they fixed a lot of the build diversity, but like they spent a lot of time shitting on the sorcerer. It's like there's been so many bad decisions with that game out of the gate, and then they're like, "Oh no, but we can course correct it. We swear." And this expansion pack's a good example of that. It's just like, guys, come on, are you even trying?
Nope.
No,
Trying
they're just
requires
trying to
effort.
cash in.
I
Yes,
mean,
my-
it's just dumb shit like they trust Mephisto for the whole fucking game. Why? Why would you trust Mephisto?
I can honestly say I've played through the entire story content of Diablo 4, and I didn't have my headphones on for the entire thing. I had an audiobook playing. I just liked the gameplay. That was
Same.
I
That's
gave
generally how
zero
I
fucks
play.
about the story.
But then I'm like, oh, if you want gameplay, then just go play Grim Dawn.
Which one's
The
Grim Dawn?
better, it's the game that the guys who made Titan Quest went and made after they were fired by THQ.
That's right.
And it's got multiple
have that.
expansions out, which are all quite good, as well as a new expansion coming soon. And if you like the point-and-click looty-shooty thing, it's like, why not? Like, if you like Diablo, you'll probably like Grim Dawn.
Oh, I have Grim Dawn already. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I thought I did
I mean,
too.
I'm not hating on people who want to play Diablo. It's a great game. But, like, there are alternatives that I think do the thing Diablo's doing better than Diablo. But because Diablo is Blizzard and it's kind of legacied into everyone's brain, I think a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but Blizzard's done the definitive version of it. They haven't done the definitive version of it since Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And arguably the definitive version of it's called Titan Quest.
Titan Quest was good.
That was some absolute god tier. And the fact that they continue to support it with additional expansion packs for many years, it is an insanely big game at this point. If you want a looter, hack and slash to sink your teeth into and have a shitload to play, go play Titan Quest. But I would often recommend people play Grim Dawn over it simply because it's newer.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I like them both. And I like Diablo. I still have a soft spot for D2.
I still remember D3 was the beginning of like the downturn for me, but
Yeah.
D2 was always fun.
D3 was D3 was basically hot garbage until Reaper of Souls came out.
Yeah.
But that seems to be starting to become they're starting to do the Bethesda thing where it's like, oh, we released a game. We'll fix it later.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And this fix it later mentality, I think, is the thing that the AAA industry is running into. Oh,
Yeah.
we made this hugely expensive game with all these people that cost us billions of dollars. We shoved it out the door before it was done. We'll fix it later.
Yeah. We
Oh,
needed a
people
return
that
now.
But
Yeah.
people don't like it, and they think it's buggy. Yeah, because you kicked it out the door too early, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
You didn't let its feathers come in and you kicked it out of a nest. What did you think when it hit the fucking ground?
That it would be a sales juggernaut?
Oh, definitely. Unstoppable. Game of the year.
Although we're going to have to start thinking about our game of the year for pretty soon. We've only got a couple more months left.
That is true.
It'll either be Space Marine, Wukong.
That's the thing. Like, I'm torn between those two, to be honest.
I'd probably say like top 3 are probably Space Marine, Wukong, or Helldivers.
Yeah, fuck.
I forgot Helldivers was this year.
I know you didn't really get to play Helldivers during its like absolute heyday when it was a giant juggernaut, but
it was good.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the things I think needs the recognition
just for
of
the
at least being
sheer
nominated.
Juggernaut that it is enough to look and go, fuck, this has to be on the list there somewhere.
Yeah,
the fact that it had one of the like weirdly most wholesome fan bases for a while.
Fan base was fantastic.
Yeah,
still is.
It was strange.
So, speaking of strange, it seems kind of odd that Apple ended up losing $2.5 million to scammers because they couldn't recognize their own phones.
Alright, you're gonna have to break this one down for me, because this is the dumbest thing ever.
Basically, a couple of scammers were getting fake iPhones, and by using some reasonably sophisticated stuff to essentially do the serials and all the kind of stuff to make it ID as an actual iPhone. They were submitting them for a replacement iPhone and getting the replacement iPhone.
Yeah.
So even if that cost you $200, given the fact that an iPhone will run you $1,000, you're still making profit.
Yeah, friggin' oath.
And that's basically what they were doing. They were just getting fake iPhones, doing just enough work to get them through into Apple's hands, and then getting the replacement phones back from Apple.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, that's so good.
Because I've worked in those kinds of places before who would get that shit, and it's like, I don't care, it's just done, go. Just leave me alone. Especially if they walk in, like, acting a bit like a Karen. It just doesn't get checked. Like, fine, new phone, leave.
So, their scheme depended on tricking Apple into accepting bogus iPhones during returns by spoofing serial numbers and international mobile equipment identities, or IMEIs, numbers linked to real iPhone users.
Yeah.
So basically, they were using people's free iPhone replacements to get iPhones.
Yeah.
They have been caught, and they have been prosecuted, and they are going to jail, but, it still happened. It's funny. Company didn't even recognize they weren't getting their own phones back.
Because the amount of, like, how much did they end up getting out of them? It was
$2.5 million worth of iPhones.
Yeah.
So, like 3 iPhones.
I'm surprised they weren't correct, at least when they hit $1 million. Because when $1 million goes missing, they'd be paying attention to that.
Yeah, but it's $1 million spread across all the customers because they were using actual customer returns. So it would have just looked like normal returns activity.
Yeah.
And since they were using international ones, they weren't like, this one area in Asia seems... I don't actually know where they were based. This one area in, say, Australia seems to be getting a real big spike in returns. No, they're spreading them out all over the place.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I just like that so much.
Yeah.
God damn.
It makes me happy.
I mean, I'm not an Apple fanboy, so I'm like, suck at Apple.
Yeah. I have no doubt the same thing is happening to, like, other phones, but it's just, Apple.
You can almost hear the conversation. You're going to lose all your data. You could just buy the new one. Oh, yeah, no, but I really want this one repaired. Just send this one away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, streaming companies are continuing their, for less lack of a better way to put it, war on animated content.
Yeah, it's not looking great.
It's actually looking really fucking bad.
Yeah. Because, like, so many of the big things that we had as kids have more or less shut down their animation departments. Like Nickelodeon, like Cartoon Network, they don't really have much of it going anymore.
Well, you're assuming those services even exist.
Yeah.
But it's all basically because of streaming, because the studios can now hyper-focus on what is popular.
Yeah.
And now that with they running these streaming services, they get real-time data on that. It's so fast. And animation takes a long time to make. So you have to, script it all up, get it approved, actually get the animation done at some point, sync up all your VO. It takes a long time to make. So when they look at, oh man, to make this one cartoon, we missed 3 other trends. Why did we make a cartoon?
Yeah.
I'm really waiting for one of the streaming platforms to come out with their AI generated cartoon that can react to shit that week.
Give it 2 more years, I reckon. Maybe.
I mean, South Park used to do that.
Yeah, South Park used to do that, and that was fucking amazing. And then they sort of hung on to shit for too long, and I couldn't tell you the last time I heard of South Park doing anything overly fun.
They did a They do multi-part specials now. They don't do seasons.
Yeah.
Partially because they got slightly burned the one time they decided they wanted to do a serialized season.
Yeah.
Which was during the Trump-Hillary thing. Because they had an entire plot line that was predicated on Hillary winning.
Yeah.
And then Trump won, and they're like, oh, shit. Okay, we're never doing this again.
Yeah.
That sent them down a kind of weird,
a
personal rabbit hole where they stopped doing some of the content that we thought was really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still remember they talked about how in the episode where they had Barack Obama as a jewel thief.
Yeah.
In that episode, there's the actual audio from his inauguration speech that week. In that episode. That's how quickly they could turn it around.
Yeah. Oh, that's...
I'm still waiting for him to do Team America 2. Just Team America 2,
God.
the collapse.
Although I say, I don't think they can.
That movie was... I'd repressed that movie.
It was so good.
Anytime, it's got my favorite thing in it, because anytime I'm meeting people somewhere and I'm the first one there, all I send them is I'm so ornery.
Yeah. Same.
Just a 5-minute montage of puppets shagging. Holy fuck, that is just gold.
And I love that was put there to get the censors past everything else.
Yeah.
It's apparently there's a much longer cut of the puppet sex scene that got cut. Oh, shit.
And, it's basically messed up Matt Damon for everyone, but I love the fact that he's okay with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love... Did you see, there was one part that was in this, the cut pieces, which was Ben Affleck. So they had Matt Damon, they had Ben Affleck, who was just a hand, shaped like a duck face. And that was him talking, because they had a speech from him and everything.
That Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
That will, live in my head rent-free for life. Just
absolutely.
Anytime I see Matt Damon in any role, that goes through my head.
First thing.
It cannot be undone.
The minute someone says Matt Damon's name or references him.
Who's in this movie? Damon. All these actors, and 3/4 of the way down, everyone, Matt Damon.
Can you tell our humor is pretty base?
Very. Fuck. We are of the Beavis and Butthead generation.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Which was also just horrifying.
I mean, come on. We had Beavis
So
and
much
Butthead,
fun.
Ren and Stimpy. It's there was no hope.
I love the fact you can buy a Ren and Stimpy box set, which is only seasons 2.5. Because after that, it was bought by Nickelodeon, and everyone's like, nope, we don't like that. But it's all the original fun Ren and Stimpies. And by God, they fucked up. I love them.
I'm pretty certain I have that Ren and Stimpy box set somewhere in my collection.
Yeah. I got it from JB Hi-Fi. I think it's when you were working there. You found it. I was like, I found this! I'm coming in.
And we have bought entirely too much stuff off you, John Doe, when you've been working in various places. What? John Doe's working there? Quick! To the store to buy things!
What are we getting cheap?
Our game supplier for God knows how long. It was great.
Oh yeah, walking into a freaking game and then realizing I know that guy.
What are we getting out of this?
My favorite one will eternally be walking in there to buy my first Xbox 360 and you handing me the thing. Now go open it. Now take that game out and give it to me. Now go pick something off that wall.
Yeah.
I don't want this. It's like, that's the customer service you go to a store for.
Yeah. They literally had them in that collection to get rid of them, and by the end of the special, that's all they had in the pre-owned bin.
Nice.
I just love that the interaction of open it up, now take that out, now give that to me. It's just like, God damn.
I knew it wasn't the game for you. That would never get opened or played.
If I recall, it was that Terminator crab.
Yeah.
Oh,
Salvation.
yeah,
that one.
Because I did the same thing. I bought a Xbox for that same thing going, and I ended up writing an assignment on it. That Terminator one. It was bad. It was really bad. So I ripped into it.
Then you handed it to the guy who made it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that one of our lecturers was on the group who made that, and he gave me a distinction. He also did pull me aside and be like, "Mate, the fuck." I'm like, oh, my bad. I didn't know.
I hope you were taking notes.
Because he's like, I can't fault you because you followed the curriculum and did all the things we asked of you, but at the same time, fuck. Like, But he was a weird guy anyway, it was fine.
Yeah.
Although, we did get some universally good news this week.
Are the aliens
Velma
finally coming to, free us of this torment?
Oh, no, not that good. I mean, I said good news, not like the Holy One is descended from above. But Velma did get smote.
Yes! That is
Thank
great.
fuck.
Max has confirmed that they are not bringing it back.
That's not enough. I want an apology.
I think everyone is still asking, who was this for? Because it wasn't the Scooby-Doo fans. I don't know anyone who said, "Oh, this is really good."
No, not a single person.
Yeah, not a single person I have met has ever defended that show in any way.
Yeah. So how the fuck did that get 2 seasons and other animated shows that are fucking awesome not?
Well, it got 2 seasons because they lied.
Yeah.
We talked about this ages ago. The second season is actually the second half of season 1.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have gotten a second half.
Yeah, it shouldn't have. But
So really, this got 1 season, a Halloween special, and then it got cancelled. And that's it.
I'm happy it's gone.
Yeah, same.
In
fact,
maybe something good will happen.
If you watch the Halloween special right up until about 12 seconds before the end of the video of the episode, you will conclude your viewing with Velma falling into hell.
Nice.
Unfortunately, they do it in the next 12 seconds, but if you stop there...
If you stop it right there. Perfect.
Yeah, no. That show was an absolute dumpster fire. It wasn't good writing. It wasn't for anyone, and it spent all its time shitting on the characters that existed.
Yeah. I never actually finished watching it. I couldn't even I couldn't even rage watch it.
I put myself through it just to talk about it on this show, and that's it. Otherwise, I would not have watched that absolute dumpster fire.
Yeah, it was weird.
So it's people like you, Seth, that kept that show going.
Yes.
The hate watchers. You were the viewership.
Well, clearly we didn't do anywhere near enough because it got cancelled.
Good. Thank you very much for doing nothing.
Oh god, just watching the internet bully an entire fucking production house was fun though.
Mindy, the Sheila who voiced it, she's done some good stuff.
She was a writer on The Office.
Fun in other things, but I don't know how she could step so far with this one. It's just,
Because the other ones were an established franchise. This was her getting to do her own quote-unquote passion project and do whatever messaging she felt like. And apparently that messaging was, I hate fucking everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, there's the show called Daria that exists, which did that better.
Oh, so much better.
If they ever try and reboot that franchise, I'm going to be very angry.
They couldn't. They can't get the feeling of Daria in a modern society. Daria was very much the time she was in, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy it exists. I have the box set of that.
Me too.
Yeah. Good show.
Yeah.
Fucking great show.
It holds up too, oddly enough.
It really does.
If anything, I associate it with it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a good tonight on Six Ad World.
Have you seen the giant compilation of those on YouTube?
No, I haven't.
But now I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah.
It's great. It is just every instance of Six Ad World, and it's they are so much fun.
Such a good show. So weirdly good. But then we're talking about shows from the 90s/2000s again.
I know.
The golden years of TV.
Yeah.
Where animated shows just killed it. It didn't, I was about to say they didn't have to be, completely out there. But, I don't know. I look at stuff like SpongeBob these days, and it's I get it's popular, but I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But then I look at stuff like Cat Dog, and I'm like, yeah, I get why this was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were weird, but they were weird with a purpose.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
I think the thing for me is that, a lot of those shows were weird, but they had characters that felt complete.
Yeah.
A lot of shows these days, not all of them, sometimes you get some breakouts. Ones like SpongeBob, where they make the main character kind of infantilized. It's he's not a person, he's a child. He shouldn't be out alone doing whatever he wants. It seems weird.
And then he's off flipping burgers and having a job. It's
I will, there's one cartoon series that my missus and I watch on a Saturday morning. We sit down and we eat cereal. And it's on Disney Plus, and it's called The Country Greens. Watch it.
Greens.
Oh, wait, no, I think I've seen something of that.
I'm pretty certain it's greens, something greens. But usually it's first thing in the morning, we put it on. And it's it's one show. There's 2 episodes in the one show. And it is so good. Little Cricket Green is a champion.
Big City Greens?
That's it. They're people that come from a farm and move to the city. And it is so good.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
All right. I'll have to give that a look.
Yep, that's going on the...
It's not often that I get to recommend a show to you. So...
I mean, again, I'm not saying you can't get some good stuff. Although I think Bob's Burgers definitely needs to sort its shit out. Although I will admit its last couple of episodes have been a bit better, so it might have course corrected. I think Great North does pretty well.
I really enjoy Great North.
The one I think that was absolutely maligned but should have gotten more attention was Central Park.
Oh, I love Central Park.
That was such a good show.
It was really fun. I quite enjoyed that one.
I don't know if that one got... I don't know, actually.
I think it reached an actual conclusion. I'm not too sure. I'm a season behind.
If I recall, it hadn't actually, terminated itself. Yeah, it ended back in 2022. 3 seasons. But they're 3 really good seasons. Would recommend. A lot of musical numbers.
Yeah, it was a musical TV show done well, I think. Because there'd been a few other attempts at it. All went live action. It's this is not great. You need that disbelief kick.
Well, I think the thing that really helps with an animated show is you can just kind of get weird with it.
Yeah.
Like, you can have weird stuff in the background, or the character sort of sing, but in their imagination, all this weird shit's happening, whereas in live action, it doesn't work, and I've always found the spontaneous musical number in a live action just as, like, that's a bit odd. I think it's why, despite the fact that I like their content, I always find Bollywood movies a bit off.
Yeah.
Because they'll cram a big musical number in. It'll be like, how does this fit this? It's just kind of a genre thing. But then you've got this amazing action sequences around it.
I have seen some really fun Bollywood movies that do that. But they sort of like, it's a bit like Whiplash. It's like, this is interesting. And there's music number.
And then the music number's over. Back to the fighting.
Yeah. It's like, what happened? I feel mugged.
But Central Park tended to actually blend them in reasonably well. I'm not going to say every single one of them was a banger or completely fit, but they did a pretty good job. I will say the rich lady's housekeeper, they always gave her these like rap songs, and they were amazing.
They were really good, actually.
She did a really good one about Hoboken. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's amazing. They had some really good songs in it.
They had fun.
Highly recommend Central Park if you've never seen it. If you just want something chill to watch, because the show's just about the groundskeeper for Central Park who gets to live in the house that's in the middle of Central Park and his family. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Would highly recommend.
Actually, that reminds me. There was a series out recently called Grimsburg.
Grimsburg?
That was pretty fun. So, it's a rip-off of a comedy kind of dark investigation thing. They're just making fun of the noir system, essentially.
Okay.
It's very interesting. But the main character is just a really good detective, but he's also a horrible human being. So,
okay,
I
give it a look.
Really enjoyed it, but it is just dumb and fun.
Look, I'm not saying every cartoon has to be Avatar, but I'm just saying, like, you can do better than SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah.
But I will absolutely give Nickelodeon realize pretty quick that the sponge was going to make them money.
Oh, yeah. I think SpongeBob was probably the first thing that they get to AI generate episodes. Like, there's just so much of it, and it's all you could throw that shit in as a test bed, and the audience probably wouldn't catch on.
Particularly because some of the episodes almost feel that way.
Yeah.
Like the one where he just goes to the jellyfish fields and just tries to catch jellyfish. That's the episode.
Yeah.
It's just him failing to catch, or getting slightly owned by jellyfish.
Yeah.
Like, you could AI generate that. You could make that. It's not particularly deep content.
Maybe he already is AI. The horror.
Maybe that's why he's so profitable.
I don't think they could do another show like Avatar, because that's just a one in a generation.
Well, I mean, they tried.
They
tried. Or it did not do nearly as well.
No.
Yeah, no. That first Avatar show was, that's something special.
Yeah.
I'm honestly disappointed how long it took me to actually watch that. Took me being sick in bed with nothing better to do to check it out and then binge the entire thing. I think it was just before the third book came out, so I binged season 1 and 2. I was just like, oh my god, why did I sleep on this show? It is amazing.
It's so much fun.
And it's so easy to binge.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. And it had, really good story and really good character development. It should be, actually shown as good examples of things. It was fucking great.
Oh, yeah. University should... Any university teaching story should 100% show people Avatar and go, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
This is how you do a kids show that doesn't treat them like kids.
Yeah. None of the characters are the same from the first episode to the last. They grow, they change, they have different opinions, they learn things. Holy shit, it's a fucking amazing.
I mean, come on, there's an entire episode about Sokka kind of breaking down because he's not changing as much as everybody else.
Yeah.
You don't normally have characters acknowledge that they're falling behind their own team in TV shows. Especially kids' TV shows.
Yeah. Especially when, for whatever reason, Sokka at that time kept seeing himself as the leader and strategist. It's I'm failing horribly. It's I feel bad for you, bud.
We've done that thing where we started talking about cartoons again.
What's the
Anyway. Let's boil the whole thing down. Fuck Velma. Thank God it's dead.
Yeah. Horrible.
I just can't remember shows even remote. Well, I mean, you're not going to get a show that bad back in the day because we didn't talk about as much of the stuff that we do these days, so we couldn't have ever made it. But I don't remember a show being that level of a dumpster fire.
Yeah, no, I can't think of anything previously.
You sort of had shows you liked and you
badly.
didn't like, but it was like content, not, oh, that show's just hot garbage.
Yeah.
But
Like,
you
this
also
is
never got a
universally
show
hated.
that didn't have at least some sort of fan base.
Yeah. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, back in the day, it just wasn't for you. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else at this point's gone, no, that was universally no.
Yeah.
You don't like it. Like,
There was a hard pass there.
maybe she was aiming for that, just to cement herself in history somehow. Just
Oh, I'm sure
stake
she'll
in eternal
probably...
youth.
I haven't looked into it because I have so little interest in finding out. But it wouldn't surprise me if she starts ranting about how the community didn't get it or some shit like that.
Probably.
But I care so little about Velma, I don't want to read post-mortem articles or anything like that. I saw the article, and a YouTuber I like, Saberspark, did a quick video on it, and I'm like, that's it. That's all I need. I just want to know that it's done, and I don't have to put up with this show anymore. That's it. Cool. Peace out. I don't want to read any more articles about this fucking show.
For me, I think it was an inevitability. It's gonna happen. Like, it's just nice to know it has happened.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, when the articles first popped up, I was like, please, like, have sources, have somewhere higher up, don't be a rumor.
Yeah.
And then, with the confirmation from Max, it's like, that's out of here.
Very happy for that.
And I mean, let's face it, that's a fucking home run.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's weird thinking about cartoons, because, like, imagine trying to get, I mean, they did, and it didn't work. I was about to say, imagine trying to do something like Tintin now, and it's like, they did that movie, and it didn't do well.
That was a weird movie.
I think part of it was they did 3D instead of the nice crisp 2D they originally did.
Yeah.
It landed right too close to the Uncanny Valley.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
quite Polar Express levels, but close enough where it's like, no, that haircut's terrifying. Go away.
It was cartoon Uncanny Valley. Like, it was obviously cartoon characters, but holy fuck.
Yeah, it was
I mean, like,
strange.
I remember as a kid, like chopping at the bit for, like, when's the next episode of Tintin?
Yeah.
Like, that show was amazing.
Or
But,
like
you couldn't make it.
raiding the library for the Tintin books. Or like,
I love
holy
the
Jesus.
None of my libraries had the actual comic.
Oh, really?
Ours had them, but they only they'd bring in one book and then they'd trade with another local library or another town a ways over. They'd swap books out, and between them they had most of the books, but you'd only get them for like a month or two, and then the next one would come in. It's just like everyone was lined up at the door, like, "Fuck, is it in? Has the truck come yet?"
Oh, brilliant!
I need my Tintin fix, man.
You got any more than
Snowy in my
Tintins?
dreams.
I mean, like, shows like that were amazing, and you can't get them anymore. Just like I don't think you'd ever see something like Biker Mice from Mars or Street Sharks anymore.
No,
They are apparently remaking Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah, I keep hearing that, but I keep not seeing it, and I'm like,
It was greenlit, but it's been a while. Even for like an animated thing, it's like we haven't seen anything. I think this got side benched somewhere.
yeah.
one
I
of my favorite jokes of all time was in Biker Mice from Mars, and it's like they're all hanging around their bikes, and one of them starts getting a signal, and the little bike is beeping away, and they're standing there looking at it. And he goes, "So what's it saying?" He goes, "Yes, I understand." He goes, "It's saying beep 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 beep." It's like, that just cracked me as a kid.
That's the dumbest jokes that work. For me.
I mean, all like those three things were all just clones of each other in different skins, though, weren't they? Like Biker Mice from Mars, Street Sharks,
There was
Dynamite.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, Dynamite. Like they were just the same things, same jokes with a different skin,
And they were all trying to ride on
Killed.
the coattails of TMNT.
Yeah, and they worked. I bought a lot of fucking Street Sharks as a kid.
Come on, that show was awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you don't even have to be, like, clever. I mean, how many jokes in Our Real Monsters were just Crumb farting?
Yeah.
Or making fart noises with his armpits. It's just like...
So many of them.
Although Our Real Monsters was another just, like, fantastic show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great one.
That was our Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, it really was. Except they didn't have a reason for scaring kids. It's just what we
They're
do.
monsters. They didn't need a fucking reason. Didn't all have to be explained.
Yeah.
And they hook them up to an electric chair to use their eyeballs as projectile lenses.
Yes.
Like, none of this makes sense, but who cares? Show was great. Oh, now I want to watch Our Real Monsters again. I'm pretty sure I can find it somewhere.
It's definitely... I've got a box set hidden somewhere for it. Like, it's... I made sure I bought all of those cartoons.
Yeah.
I loved them. They were good. Like Gargoyles, the old school...
That show was fantastic.
And like, everyone's like, oh, it's a kid's show. No, fuck off, that was a great show.
That wasn't a kid show. That was a young adult show.
Yeah, it was very dark. I loved it. That was like one of my first introductions to grim fantasy, like proper. In some cases, it's like, oh yes, because I was very young at the time.
Yeah. Oh man, I haven't thought about Gargoyles in ages, man. That's some quality old TV right there.
Oh wait, no. What was the one where people went back in time and started building like weapon platforms on dinosaurs?
Dino
Riders.
It was Dino Riders.
But-
Like, my brain said,
Dino
like,
Riders.
it's Dino Riders. Like, that's too simple. It can't be that. Yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, the bad guys had all the carnivores and the good guys had all the herbivores.
Oh, yeah. But best thing, I loved that. It was great as a kid.
As
I
a
missed
kid,
those kinds
if
of
you
things.
knew someone who had the Dino Riders toys, they were rich.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, fucking
They were
oath.
expensive as fuck.
No one who owned Dino Riders toys was poor.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But then, I'm an eternal believer that, the original Thunderbirds is an absolute tour de force and still is.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed that. Like, one of those nights where you just can't sleep and you end up watching that till like 3 a.m. Fucking great.
But
Amazing.
also, everyone knows the kid who you're playing Transformers and brings a GoBot. Like,
There's
yeah.
always one.
But they're the original. Shut up.
Yeah, but it was done better.
Definitely.
And, I mean, let's face it, the absolute goat of children's TV when we were a kid, Power Rangers.
Yeah. And it's still kind of going.
It's dying. I think I was talking to my housemate. It might be done pretty soon.
Yeah. Like,
because
they've survived a fair while.
Well, the Hasbro put in and did like an almost completely original season using none of the Super Sentai footage,
Yeah.
and it didn't do well.
Yeah, because it was bad.
I haven't watched it, but like the fans have been asking them to do an original one for ages, so they did, and it seems like it's not paid out for them, so they're probably gonna. I would not be surprised if Power Rangers might have finally done its last morphin time.
I would not be surprised. It's one of those things.
We got to grow up through, original 5 seasons and the associated movies. Like,
Oh, God, the movies.
that shit was fucking the best. I saw the Power Rangers Ninja movie in cinemas.
I did too. We saw the original cut before they realized, oh, wait, the White Ranger shouldn't have a hood. Because that's one of my favorite edits to a movie when they realized after, it's like, oh fuck, they're pointy hoods, oh fuck. And those are horrible movies. I love them.
Like the original Power Rangers is like, even within the Power Rangers show, is like, it is still the GOAT. Like,
Yeah.
For kids'
Absolutely.
TV back in the 90s / early 2000s, you could not do better than the Power Rangers.
See,
Yeah.
I think I just aged out of the Power Rangers when they came about, or I was never into them. But I remember one of the neighbor kids had the Power Rangers video game, and it was like a Mortal Kombat ripoff for like all the enemies, and you could get the Zord. I didn't know anything about Power Rangers, but I tell you, I knew about fucking video games, and those little pricks hated me. How do you do the special moves? It's just standard Mortal Kombat, boys.
Get wrecked.
Quarter circle, back, high punch. I don't know what more you want from me, bud.
There have been a lot of good animated stuff, which is why I'm really sad that animation is kind of getting shafted at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, like...
It takes longer to make stuff, but you can get some really impactful stuff out of it.
We're kind of also in this annoying area where people are chasing trends a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like people saw the success of Adventure Time and Gravity Falls and like, oh, we'll make like quirky content that sometimes just destroys your soul.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you nail it, it's good, but like if you don't, it really is like bad TV.
Very much.
It's the first few seasons of Futurama. Like,
we all remember the dog.
oh yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Seymour was an absolute gut punch.
That is like that style of TV show I really like. It's like the old Scrubs thing. It's like, funny, devastating gut punch.
Yeah.
Funny. It's like, stop. Why?
Yeah.
So you're being punched by a really fun guy.
But now they're like, oh, we'll just make like a kiddie style show and people will watch that. No, you still got to come up with something. And I will admit, we've had some solid ones that have come out of that. I mean, Infinity Train, Owl House. There's another one that's escaping my mind right now.
It's to do with frogs.
Amphibia.
Yeah.
Although I think Amphibia is probably like only just on the good side of that line.
Yeah, Over the Hedge? That one was fun.
Wasn't that an animated movie?
I think it was a series. I can't remember.
I remember an animated movie from DreamWorks called that.
With the squirrel that drinks coffee.
Oh, no, sorry. Over the Garden Wall.
Over the Garden Wall. I remember that.
Yeah, no, my brain mixed up. It's over things, and they're in gardens.
I think now the trend is for lack of a way to put it, like lol random show.
Yeah.
Because regular show, Gumball. What's that other one?
I can't remember.
Small Friends, something like that. The really like wacky, zany stuff seems to be sort of coming around again, but I'm not as into it as I used to be. Yeah, I mean, I watched Rocko's Modern Life. I mean, hell, Rocko's Modern Life's theme song is still my phone ringtone.
Yeah.
I'm that
You've
much
grown up, Seth. You become more mature.
But I find it, I mean, when I have my limited time, like, you work your 9 to 5 job, you get home and you've only got so much time to eat, drink, and try not to find a reason to go back to work the next day.
Yeah.
And the show's lol random, in the episode doesn't hit that you decided to spend your time with, it's so much more annoying than, oh, well, I guess tonight's episode wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But, the horrors of adult life.
Yeah.
Why does adulting suck so much? It looks so cool as a kid.
It really does.
Well, I suppose as a kid, you only see the good bits where you have the money and you spend it and you get the things you want. Not all the work you got to do that.
Yeah,
really
true.
Deceptive trial. It's horrible.
Oh, yeah, no. I would... Why is there no opt-out on adulting?
Yeah. Just
Except
give me
to
the
quit
free
the game
trial and then let
entirely.
me quit. Yeah.
They don't have like an adulting light I could use. I'm not into full adult.
Just casual adult. It's a style of clothing.
I'll make my own doctor's appointments, but can someone just pay for the doctor for me?
Yeah.
I can do that, but like, you do the work to pay for the doctor.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the work, honestly, but like, do what you gotta in this late stage capitalism hellscape we find ourselves in.
Don't worry, according to the internet, it's only like another few days until the aliens turn up and destroy us all.
Counting them down.
Yeah.
I mean,
good times.
At this point, we've got to be pretty deep into apocalypse bingo at this point.
I'm deep on like the conspiracy shit, because my brain just likes that. It's fun. on TikTok. I don't know where it's coming from. I have to look into it, but it's just so amusing to see people going on about it. Oh no, there's a big cube coming at us. It's like, why are you all saying this? This is strange.
No, like, can you imagine like the ancient prophet who's like it'll all come true when there's 2 moons in the sky, and currently everywhere in the news, Earth has 2 moons for the next couple of days. Like, god damn it.
Okay, so this was the 2020 Apocalypse Bingo card we were originally talking about way back when we initially brought up Apocalypse Bingo.
Yeah.
And it was major asteroid impact or airburst. We haven't had that. International cyber attack. We have?
Yeah, there's been airbursts all over the fucking world. They don't always get announced, but there's been quite a few that have gone off over countries that have shattered glass, like shattered windows and leveled trees.
All right, well, I guess we got that one. International cyber attack, we've had that. Robot AI takeover, not yet.
We're on the edge.
It's getting close. Like,
tsunami, I mean, they're all the time. I think that's more of a free space.
Yeah.
Type 5 hurricane just happened in Florida.
Yeah.
Yep.
Currently ongoing.
Economic depression announced. We've had multiple of those.
Fuck.
First world country collapses. We haven't had it yet.
We're on the edge of that too.
We're watching that from like 3 different sides.
Yeah, we're like
Currently
2/3 through a
America's about to
season.
implode.
What is it, America, China, or Russia? Who's going to die first?
I see the UK collapsing before that, to be honest.
I wouldn't. Oh, yeah, they are a first world country.
Yeah.
Nuclear war. Haven't had it yet.
But
Putin's
again, it's
looking a bit
threatened.
shifty again.
1,000 acre wildfire. Had it in Australia.
Yeah.
That's just
Space
summer.
program catastrophe. Loss of life. Did the people getting stuck on the space station count?
I'd say that counts.
They haven't lost a life, though. We haven't
That
had a
is true.
death from space activity yet.
Yeah.
Not in a while anyway. Challenger was a while ago.
Flood. We have floods all the time.
I mean, currently the Mojave Desert, the Sahara Desert is flooded. Like, an actual desert is flooded, and everyone, the US isn't talking about it, except for all the guys who are specialists in the field. Like, this is fucking up a biome, people! Everyone's like, it's just flooded, it'll be fine.
Civil War. There's been a couple of those.
Mm.
The center space is free space.
Yeah.
Species extinction. Surely we've had one of those.
Oh, yeah.
What day of the week
humans
is it?
count?
There's a second space program catastrophe, loss of life square on this one. I don't know why there were 2 of those.
They were really betting on Trump getting back into office to, like, destroy it all.
Second pandemic. I think that one's kind of a how do you judge that? Because we haven't had one like COVID, which was when this was made.
Yeah.
No, but what was it? The Australian mob said that another thing of COVID is coming out, and this one's even more virulent. So
there's also
Give it
currently
time.
monkeypox and a few other things that are making the rounds. So it's kind of like if those things merge in some way, we're fucked.
Well, that's why I'm like, how do you want to define it? Like, there are some stuff going around, but nothing's like done COVID, which when this was made.
I think the pathogens are leveling up at the moment. So
they're coming.
They're coming.
Second pandemic, not yet. Nuclear disaster, non-war based. I think we've had one of those.
I think there was
I'm pretty certain
about,
a reactor went off somewhere recently.
Yeah.
If not a reactor, there was a fallout area in Japan. I think it had some issues recently.
Cruise ship sinks. We've had that.
Oh yeah, we have.
Species extinction for a second time, but I mean, we've probably got about
What day of the
20
week
those
is it?
on deck.
Yeah,
volcanic eruption above water. We've had that.
definitely.
Conspiracy theory proves true. I don't know about that one in particular.
Depends,
I mean,
depends
like,
on how deep
aliens
down the rabbit hole
were-
you want to go.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like the government came out and said there were aliens. It's like, okay,
No, they said that that they reclassified everything as a
UAP, but
unidentified flying something.
unidentified aerial phenomenon.
That's it. So they just lumped everything in. They didn't actually say aliens exist.
Yeah, they said UAPs exist.
Yeah. Total technological failure. Well, CloudStrike happened recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. That took out a fair chunk of change.
Oil spill. I don't think we've had one recently.
No, it's been a
had an
few
oil
years
spill in a while.
for a good oil spill.
I think the 90s was very much peak for oil spills.
Yeah.
Fortune 500 company collapses. We've had that. And a world leader dies. We've had that. We've got we haven't got any that complete a line, but like there's a bunch that are like a square off.
This is like less bingo and more checklist, I think.
Right.
At this point, I kind of hope the new conspiracy theory of the giant cube of aliens coming is real, just to shake things up. Yeah,
it's just a giant fucking Rubik's Cube. Solve this.
I really want to see those people be right, just for the sake that no one's listened to them, so they'll sit there and go, fuck it, we told all of you.
I tell you, that's the week I really want to watch the Y-Files. Looking for hecklefish.
Yeah.
Come on, boyo.
Well, apparently we've got 2 solar flares happening at the moment, so I'm surprised he's not panicking.
Oh well, that's pushed us out past now, so I think we'll wrap things up with that bizarre little segment.
This was a very rambly one.
So y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.